Hello everyone, this is Donna from Even the Scales, and I'm on my channel right now because I just want to talk about a few things. There's no one else to talk to because I've been purposely isolated, so my channel is the only way of speaking about the things that are on my mind right now. And I also like to talk about things on my channel so that it shows people the big picture of what's been happening here as far as this abuse I'm going through. So yes, I've been purposely isolated by my family members and the majority of the community here in Campbelltown, New South Wales, including the Campbelltown Police and any other service that you can call on for help in circumstances where you're going through abuse. Everyone that I have tried to reach out to for help has either not helped me, or they've been lied to, or they've been bribed by corrupt members of the justice system. And I just wanted to talk about the reasons why this is happening to me. I've spoke about this before on my channel, but I just want to emphasize it today. The reason this is happening to me is because of corrupt people that work in the justice system. The people that brought me up or adopted me or fostered me, I'm not sure what it was, because they have lied to me for my whole life. They took me into their care for one reason, and that reason was to steal my legacy from me when I got older. To steal what they knew that I would inherit one day. That's why they took me into their care. And other extended family members have helped them do that. So, even right back then, there's been corrupt people in the system, either in the justice system or just in the system somewhere, that have helped them do this. And that's going right back to the late 60s, early 70s. Then, over the past, since 2012, I've been going through family and domestic violence in my life. And during that time, I've reached out to the justice system 12 times for help. I've reached out to different departments in the justice system. And on every one of those occasions that I reached out for help, I was either ignored or I was put through more psychological abuse. And one of those incidents were when I went to the Campbelltown police station to report a pedophile for historical child abuse, and they told me, look, there's nothing we can do about it. That's what they said. And they said, actually, that person's old now. They're not going to be able to harm anyone, so don't worry about it. We can't do anything about it. That's what they said. We can't do anything about it because that person's old. And, I know that's not true. They did that because it was all a part of the psychological abuse that these corrupt members of the justice system have been putting me through all this time. Then there has also been an abusive cop. This person is very abusive. They have tried to control my life going back as far as 2012. This person has committed really violent crimes against women. And so far as I know, they've got away with this. And that's another thing that these corrupt members of the justice system don't want being made public, that a cop is responsible for those kind of crimes. And that person has had a lot of control over my life since 2012. They are one of the main reasons that this is happening to me now. There's also other corrupt cops that are connected to my family members that have been obstructing justice from my life. And the reason I'm being tortured and punished in my home right now, and you know, people are trying to abuse me to death, is because of those people. No other reason. It's like those corrupt, that corrupt cop and that pedophile and my abusive, they're not my parents, but the people that brought me up. They're very abusive and very cruel. And this is happening because of those people, mainly. It's happening because they're cowards. Those men are cowards. To avoid their accountability for their crimes, they're trying to abuse an innocent woman to death because I'm on my own and I don't have anyone to turn to. That is the reality of what is happening here. And, you know, I have every right to talk about this because these people, they've stolen my life. They tried to steal my entire identity, my life, those people that brought me up. They brainwashed my children over a span of many years. And they've had a lot of control over my life for a long time as well. So that is the reality of why this is happening to me. I'm sitting in my home where I'm a good member of this community. I don't harm anyone. I don't bother anyone. I pay my rent and I'm you know, I look after my home. I'm being abused. I'm being tortured and put through horrific abuse day and night because of those men that have harmed innocent women and children. And just because it's, and you know, and then corrupt members of the justice system, somehow they're paying these people, they're bribing them to put me through abuse. And just because of that, and because there's so many people against one person, this community here in Campbelltown that's involved, they think that I have to die. And it, you know, it's only that I value myself that I've survived this long. And they haven't been able to do it. Because that every time, you know, every day these people, they try and affect my self-esteem and how I feel about myself and try and make me think that, you know, I'm worthless in my life, just like the people that brought me up did. So they can't do that anymore. And that's why this isn't working out for them. Their lives were dependent on me feeling worthless and like I wanted to just end it all. That's what their lives were dependent on. And I just wanted to just talk about just how bigger cowards those men are that are sitting back there. It just goes, just, you know, everybody can see just so clearly just how ruthless these men are. And you know, they're doing this all to escape their own accountability. And they're able to sit there and watch a woman be tortured in her home that's innocent for this amount of time. I just hope they're caught. I do. I just want those men held responsible for what they have done because they've stolen years from my life. They've stolen years that I can't get back. And, you know, every day is adding up. Every day that goes by, I'm losing a day off my life because of this isolation I'm in. and the way I'm stalked every time I leave the house. And, these men, I've had to get through this for 21 months. I've had to get through MK Ultra, like abuse. That's what it is, MK Ultra. It's a large group of people trying to abuse one person to death by using very cruel tactics and psychological abuse. And, I've had to get through that, and it hasn't been easy at all. And I don't think these men would last one day going through this, to be honest. They're absolute cowards. And they know who they are, and the people around them know who they are. And I just pray to God that they're caught. Because otherwise, this is going to continue down through the next generation, and, there's going to continue to be corruption at the Campbelltown police station. There's going to continue to be no justice for people that deserve justice. And my grandchildren, I don't want them to be abused by family members either. So, thank you if you've listened to this video, and I just wanted to just point out just how bigger cowards those men are, and why this is happening, why I'm being tortured in my home every day. Thank you for listening.